Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We're talking electric vehicles today, and there's one question that always comes up. How long do EV batteries actually last? You've heard the rumors, the horror stories, the whispers of expensive replacements. But what if I told you that most of what you think you know is probably wrong? Stick around because we're diving deep into the truth about EV battery longevity, debunking myths, and giving you the real-world facts you need to feel confident about going electric. Let's charge into it. All right, let's cut to the chase. The biggest fear for many considering an EV is battery degradation. Will it die after a few years? Will I be stranded? Will it cost an arm and a leg to replace? Here's the reassuring truth. EV batteries are built to last. We're not talking about your old smartphone battery here. These are sophisticated, highly engineered power sources designed for hundreds of thousands of miles and many years of reliable service. Let's talk numbers, because numbers don't lie. Most EV manufacturers offer incredible warranties on their battery packs. We're talking typically 8 years or 100,000 miles, sometimes even up to 10 years or 150,000 miles, whichever comes first. Now, this isn't just a promise that the battery will work. It's a guarantee that it will retain a significant percentage of its original capacity, usually around 70% or 80%. If it dips below that threshold within the warranty period, the manufacturer replaces it. That's a huge safety net. But here's the kicker. These are minimum guarantees. In the real world, many EV batteries are expected to last 15 to 20 years or even longer. We're seeing early EV models from over a decade ago, still cruising around with their original battery packs performing admirably. Extreme temperatures, just like humans, EV batteries don't love extreme heat or extreme cold. Prolonged exposure to very hot climates can accelerate degradation, and very cold temperatures can temporarily reduce range and charging speed. Modern EVs have sophisticated thermal management systems to mitigate this, actively cooling or heating the battery to keep it in its optimal operating range. Charging habits, this is a big one. Constantly charging to 100% and then letting it drain completely to 0%. It can put more stress on the battery over its lifetime. The sweet spot for daily driving is often between 20% and 80%. Think of it like taking a deep breath versus holding your breath until you burst. Fast charging, while convenient, also generates more heat. Using it regularly is fine. But relying solely on DC, fast charging could contribute to slightly faster degradation compared to level 2 charging. Driving style aggressive acceleration and heavy regenerative braking cycles can generate more heat and put more strain on the battery. A smoother driving style, while not a dramatic factor, can contribute to overall battery longevity. Now let's tackle some common myths that scare people away from EVs. EV batteries are like phone batteries. They'll only last 2-3 years. As we just discussed, EV batteries are engineered to a much higher standard, with advanced cooling, robust chemistry, and larger capacities that can withstand many more charge cycles. They're built for a car, not a pocket. Replacing an EV battery costs more than a new car. Busted. While replacement can be expensive, think several $1,000s, it's a rare occurrence, especially within the warranty period. Plus, as technology advances, battery prices are dropping rapidly, and more repair and recycling options are emerging. It's not a death sentence for your car. All EV batteries degrade at the same rate. Not all batteries are created equal. Different chemistries like NMC versus LFP, manufacturers, and thermal management systems mean degradation rates can vary. Some cars, like certain Tesla models, have shown remarkably low degradation over many years and miles. Do your research on specific models. Tips for extending your EV battery life. Want to get the absolute most out of your EV battery? Here are some pro tips. For daily driving, try to keep your charge between 20% and 80%. Only charge to 100% when you absolutely need the full range for a long trip. Minimize extreme temperatures. If possible, park your EV in the shade during hot weather or in a garage during extreme cold. Preconditioning your battery before driving or charging can also help. Go easy on the pedal, enjoy that instant torque, but try to drive smoothly when you can. Gentle acceleration and utilizing regenerative braking efficiently will be kinder to your battery. Use level 2 charging. Often for everyday charging, a level 2 home charger is often the best option. Save the DC. Fast chargers for when you're on a road trip and need to get back on the road quickly. Check for software updates. Manufacturers constantly release software, updates that can improve battery management and efficiency. Make sure your car's software is always up to date. The second life of EV batteries and future. What happens when an EV battery does eventually reach the end of its life in a car? It's usually not the end of its useful existence. These batteries still hold a lot of energy and can be repurposed for second life applications. Think home energy storage, grid stabilization, or even powering small businesses. This significantly reduces waste and maximizes their environmental benefit. And looking to the future, battery technology is only getting better, with even higher energy densities, faster charging, and longer lifespans on the horizon. So there you have it. The fear around EV battery life is largely unfounded. With modern technology, robust warranties, and a few simple care tips, your EV battery is designed to go the distance, often outlasting the vehicle itself. This incredible longevity, combined with the push for second life applications, makes electric vehicles a truly sustainable and smart investment. If you're still on the fence about going electric, I hope this video has helped demystify one of the biggest concerns. The future of transportation is electric, and these batteries are a testament to that innovation. Now you've heard the good news. EV batteries are built to last. But just like any valuable asset, they thrive with a little care and attention. Think of it as a wellness routine for your electric vehicle. Implement these strategies, and you won't just hit those 15+ year milestones. You'll be maximizing performance and holding on to resale value. The golden rule of charging. This is arguably the most impactful tip for long-term battery health. While modern EVs are smart and have sophisticated battery management systems, BMS, to prevent overcharging or deep discharging, constantly pushing the limits isn't ideal for longevity. Why 20-80%? Lithium-ion batteries, like the ones in your phone and EV, experience the most stress when they're either completely full or almost empty. The chemical reactions within the cells are more volatile at these extremes. By keeping your battery between roughly 20% and 80% charge, you're operating it in its most comfortable, stable zone. How to implement daily driving for most daily commutes. Set your charge limit to 80%. Using your car's infotainment system or mobile app, you'll likely have plenty of range and your battery will thank you. Long trips. Of course, if you're embarking on a road trip, charge to 100% just before you leave. The key is not to leave it sitting at 100% for extended periods. Drive off soon after it finishes charging. Avoid deep discharges. Try not to habitually run your battery down to single-digit percentages. It's not a catastrophic event if it happens occasionally, but consistent deep discharges accelerate degradation. Plan your charging stops or home charging to keep it above 20%. Charging at home and work. Fast charging, or DCFC, direct current fast charging, is incredibly convenient for road trips, but it's a bit like giving your battery a high-intensity workout. While it's designed to handle it, frequent DCFC generates more heat and can put more strain on the battery cells compared to slower AC charging. Why it matters? Slower charging allows the battery cells to charge more gently and evenly, producing less heat and less internal stress. When to use DCFC. Reserve DCFC for when you truly need speed on long journeys or when you're in a hurry. Your daily routine. For everyday charging, rely on level 1, standard wall outlet, or ideally level 2, 240V, like a dryer outlet, charging at home or at your workplace. This gentle overnight top-up is the battery's preferred mode of replenishment. Mind the temperature extremes. Batteries are Goldilocks. They like things just right. Extreme heat and extreme cold are their nemesis. High heat. The culprit: sustained exposure to direct sunlight in hot climates or repeated aggressive fast charging are primary sources of heat. The fix: park smart. In summer, seek shade whenever possible. A garage or covered parking spot is ideal. Preconditioning. Many EVs allow you to precondition the cabin while plugged in. This uses grid power to cool or heat the battery to an optimal temperature before you start driving, reducing the immediate load on the battery pack. Aggressive driving while fun. Aggressive acceleration and heavy braking generate more battery heat. Consider moderating your driving style, especially in very hot weather. Extreme cold. The challenge: in very cold weather, battery chemistry slows down. You'll notice reduced range and slower charging speeds. Performance isn't permanently damaged, but it's less efficient. The solution: keep it plugged in when temperatures drop. Keep your EV plugged in even if it's fully charged. The car will use grid power to keep the battery at an optimal temperature, rather than draining its own charge to do so. Precondition, just like with heat. Preconditioning your car while plugged in before driving will warm the battery, improving performance and range from the get-go. Don't let your EV sit unused at 0% or 100. We touched on this earlier, but it's worth emphasizing. If you're going away for an extended period, say a few weeks or months, don't leave your EV with a completely full or completely empty battery. The sweet spot for storage. Aim for around 50–60%. Charge for long-term storage. This is where the internal cell chemistry is most stable. If possible, ask a friend or neighbor to plug it in or check on it periodically if it's going to be parked for many months. The car's internal systems will slowly draw power, and you don't want it to completely self-discharge. Don't sweat the small stuff, trust your BMS. Here's the reassuring part: you don't need to obsess over every single percentage point or every charging session. Your EV's battery management system, BMS, is incredibly sophisticated. It's constantly monitoring cell temperatures, voltages, and currents. It actively works to balance the cells, prevent overcharging or over-discharging, and optimize battery health. Think of these tips as best practices to assist your BMS, not override it. It's like eating well and exercising to support your body's natural healing mechanisms. Modern EVs are designed to be robust and handle a wide range of usage patterns. The bottom line: by adopting these simple, proactive habits, especially the 20–80% charging rule and favoring slower charging, you'll significantly contribute to the long and healthy life of your EV battery. It's about smart management, not constant worry. With these insights, you're now equipped not just to understand EV battery longevity, but to actively extend it